Hello, this is Dr. Raz. In this video, I would like to change the naive forecast a little bit considering all the historical data. If you remember my previous video, in naive forecast, I was only considering the previous period sales, and now I will use all historical data available to me. So I will copy this worksheet by control, drag it to right, and I will rename this sheet as past all data average. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I will just delete this forecasting part because I will change that, but my error calculation, this area right here will be exactly the same in terms of calculations, and these calculations won't change either. So what I'm gonna do is this will stay the same because at this level, at the end of the first week, all I have is the week 1 data. Average of the one week data will be itself. But I need to update these values, or I delete them. So this cell is equal to average of all the data that's available until the end of the second week, which means week 1 and 2, these two, all right? And now I would like to drag this formula down. To be able to do that, I need to log my B2. The reason is that when I drag it down, I would like to average everything till the beginning, okay? Enter. Now I can drag this down. And now you can see that, I don't need decimals. Now you can see that my forecast, for example, for week 5 considers everything until week 5, which is 4 weeks, and average of those 4, which is 20, and so on. As you see, this is my data. So now I calculate all these errors and percent errors, and you can see what's going on in my data. Okay. So let me just eliminate decimals to make it easier to read. Okay, so now you can see that my MAPE, mean absolute percent error, is 12.85%. So which is actually better than the naive because my percent error was 19.24. So looks like for this data set, this doesn't mean that every time for every data set past all the averages will work better, but for this data set, past all average, taking all the average of the historical data gives better forecast with an error of on average 12.85%. So if I want to visualize this data, what I could do is I could for example, let's do for naive, and I will do the same thing for past all average. What I could do is I could just highlight this column and insert, and then here you could choose scatter chart and eliminate. Before eliminate, let me just play with the design. Let's make it a little bit fancier, like this. And let's eliminate the vertical grid lines and horizontal grid lines and add chart elements, axis titles. And on my y-axis, I have thousands of gallons. And x-axis, I have my week data. And this is the real data. So I can connect these values by line, double click on those markers, and then click on here, and you will see the line and click solid line. So, okay, this is the real data. But if I want to put the forecast there too, right click on my chart, select data, I can add a new data set. Click add, and the name of this is naive, which I have a spelling mistake here. I need to fix that. And X values are my big numbers, starting from 2 because I don't have forecast for the first one. And then Y values should be my forecast values right here. And then when you click OK, and click OK, let me just fix this naive spelling here. All right, so now let's add the chart title and legend. All right, excuse me. I don't want to have the legends here because kind of looks it's facing so much space. So if I go to chart design, you can see quick layout here. Let's choose legend that is below, which is I'm trying to find it. I don't like any of these, to be honest. Let me see whether I can find something that is better. Maybe I will just double click on this to see whether I can change the position of this. Okay, double click on legend and I should be able to choose the location of this. Okay, let's see where it is. Not here, not here. Okay, right here. Let's put the legends at the bottom. This looks better. Blue line again is for real sales, and naive forecast is the red line. And let's label this chart as forecast versus real. Okay, so you can see that in naive it's pretty good, but if I copy this chart, Control C, and then paste it here and change the data set, let's right click, select data, and let's edit my naive forecast. And this time it will be my Y values will be my new forecast values over here. Okay, and my title will be, looks like I need to do it again. Y values will be past all average, forecast values, enter, and X values will be past all average again, these values, and then the title will be past all average. I will change this title now. It will fix our problem. So click OK. All right, so this is past all average data, and this is, let me just put all average. Excuse me. All right, so as you see here, all average is the red line, and believe it or not, this is a better forecast than naive. I mean, naive looks in this case better visually, but don't get distracted with graph. When I look at the percent error, I am much better off using all average than naive. Okay, so that's it for this video. Until next video, enjoy business analytics.